Hello and welcome to another episode of the Women Can Do Show. I am your host, Rochelle. And at this show, we talk about not what's trending, but what's purposeful. I want to start off by wishing you all a happy, blessed new year, a happy 2026. Um, I hope that this is a year of purpose for everyone. I just pray for there's a lot of people in my prayers to just step out on faith and take that leap and trust God to walk and live in their true purpose and to just live out loud, live unapologetically. So if that is you, I wish that for you. And I thank you all once again for joining us. We are in season 3 right now. I thank God for that, for bringing us through season 3. And I'm excited about my special guest, Yvette Lloyd. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
I am well. And just so for our viewers, you may notice Yvette, she's been on the show before, I think in 2020,
Ooh.
early 2024, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Look at me, I dropped my cards. Hold on.
It be like that. Be like that. Girl, that's what editing is
I am
for.
back. So again, for our viewers, you may or may not remember Yvette, but she was on the show before. And one special thing about having you open season 3 with me is that you were a huge part of me getting the podcast started up.
I'm
And I know
so
I
proud
told
of
you in
you.
person when I saw you in Philly, and I've told you time and time again, I appreciate you so much, your beautiful heart, your generous heart. Because again, I didn't know how to like do the streaming and all of that, and for you to just take time out of your busy schedule, I remember it was late at night out there where you are, to help my son and I, I think it was the night before I was launching the first episode on podcast. I had already been on Instagram Live, and the night before you sat up with us over probably a couple of hours, walking us
Yes.
through everything, and then even the next day checking in. So I just want to say I appreciate you, and this season, for you to have to open season 3 with me is a blessing.
Girl, I feel honored, honestly. Thank you. Thank you for seeing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very appreciative.
Yeah. So just so you all know, just a quick introduction of Yvette. Yvette is a published author now. This is why we're doing this interview. We want to talk about this. Philanthropist. She's the CEO. She's a media personality, and she is the host of Life Her podcast, which also airs on YouTube. So at the end, we'll share all of her information so you can follow her YouTube channel. She has some amazing episodes. I tune into her podcast. You have amazing guests, very beneficial information that has been shared on your show. So we thank you for that. Just I always, again, after you've probably seen me before, I always have my guests just to let the people know who they are. No one can tell who you are but you. So I just gave a brief introduction, but if you can let everyone know who you are.
I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have my hands in numerous of different businesses. I am just now really starting to let people know this. Normally, people just know me from Knife Her podcast, but I also have a daycare center. I invest in a beauty salon. I have a podcast studio, and I do real estate. I do a lot of things behind the scenes. A lot,
Wow. Wow.
yes.
Wow. That's amazing. And so we are here, of course, to talk about your book and to really dig into that. So just so you all know, Yvette just launched her new book called The Millionaire Mindset Shift. Just the topic itself stood out to me. Renew your thoughts, redefine your wealth. So let's talk about that. Like what inspired the book? Because
Um,
now, like I told you before, you popped out on us with this book. I'm like, wait, I saw the post and I'm like,
like,
what?
hold up.
Oh gosh.
Yes. So many people don't know I've been a millionaire more than once. And I lost it more than once.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot as far as entrepreneurship. I just felt sometimes I felt ashamed to really talk about it. I
Yeah.
always briefly spoke about it, but not too much. But I realized how people sugarcoat their shortcomings a lot, and they
Yep.
want to show that they have it all together all the time. And I'm real big on being my authentic self all the time and being truthful and honest with people so that they know exactly what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
But during the moments of me losing my mom, my husband, his mom, my cousin, and going through depression, I lost my daycare business twice.
Wow.
Just going through the motions of all of that, and the person who I am today is completely different person.
Yeah.
So it made me and it shaped me into having this wealth mindset these past 6 years. And I'm telling you, I grinded hard these
Yeah.
last 6 years with me grieving and everything at the same time. And a lot of people always approached me and said, how are you doing it? You've been through so much. So I wanted to actually expose my secret. I
Yeah.
wanted to expose to people and let them know, like, how did I become wealthy again? How did I end up getting ahead in life with me dealing with all of the things that I've been through?
Yeah. Talk about a comeback.
Yes.
Talk about a comeback.
Yes, a serious one.
Wow.
I'm still getting through a few things when it comes to like different liens and stuff like that, but we'll get
Mhm.
into that a lot more. But overall, I'm doing a whole lot better than I was before.
Yeah, yeah. So when you so your book, the title is Millionaire Mindset Shift. How do you define wealth? Like and just like everybody has their own version of success or how they see success when it comes to wealth. How do you define wealth for
Um,
you?
al- Aligning with God, um,
Mhm. Come
having a
on.
having a spiritual relationship with Him first,
Yeah.
and also having a relationship with yourself, getting to know you and who you
Yeah.
are. Take yourself away from the world and put yourself in a world with just you and God.
Yeah.
That's where I mainly started at.
Mm.
And when I started to understand that and reverse my mindset and everything, that's when a lot of other things started to come to me as far as making sure it's within my business as
Mm.
well. So your business set the tone of who you are. It represents who you are. So
Yeah.
I had to put and pour a lot into my business and create the foundation that I wanted to have. So with me doing that, that's when a lot of when it comes to me with my finances, me making sure I'm investing in the proper things and investing in the right way and not
Mm.
spending money on things that I really don't need,
Yeah.
canceling subscriptions and
Yeah.
um, putting my money into a Roth IRA, getting a trust, making sure I don't have bills on top of bills, things like that.
Yeah.
That's a being free mentally, physically, and emotionally is wealth to me. Having
Mm.
family that
Yeah.
love you, friends that love you, that's wealth.
Yeah.
It's the peace that brings within your life. It brings a lot of wealth. Having a clean home is wealth.
Yeah.
So just having all of that, it brings so much into your life
Yeah.
organically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you talked about how you had the the daycare, and you lost that. I think you had to rebuild what, 3 times if you're third? Not even
Um,
just that, but just in general, you've had to rebuild a couple of times. What was, um what do you think, well, we know it was the mindset, but what was it about the mindset, your mindset, that's different now than it was then? One thing I love that you said is how you had to like review, go over your expenses. Like, do I really need this? Your spending. First of all, it's our spending habits.
yes.
Okay. And so I love how, and this is something that I just did a few months ago, especially with my business, like just going through, like, do I really need this? And like you said, even like those subscriptions, like even though some of them are small amounts, do you really need it? And so I, not even just with my business, but personal, I just started going through like, wait, how many subscriptions? Like, do I use this? No, I'm canceling it,
Yeah.
canceling it. And
Yes.
it adds up. Like if you think about like monthly, let's say you're paying $20 per subscription, whatever, right? And let's say you have 10, look how much you're saving a month. You know what I mean? And you're not even really using it. But I love how you said that, because a lot of times we don't think about like the small, we immediately, like when we're trying to eliminate debt, go to like the big thing,
Mm-hmm.
the largest debt, right?
Yes.
um and I remember this one, it was a pastor, he did a Bible study on money management, and one thing that he said was tackle the smaller ones first.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That'll free you up so much.
yeah.
But when it comes to your business though, you have to um hire slow, fire fast.
Mm,
And that was
mm,
something that I didn't do. I
mm,
I kept people around too long
mm.
when I should have been shifting everything and
Yep,
transitioning. It's
yep.
like you holding on to people because you know them personally
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
trying to give them chance after chance.
Yep.
But at the same time I had to put me first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but also I blame myself for a lot of things happening because we have that voice, we have that discernment.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
do
Mhm.
we really listen to it? Do we
Nope.
really take
Most
action on it? It's like us doubting ourselves when we already really know the answer to it and we
Yeah.
already know what to do. So I had to really like analyze on a lot of that and grow myself from that. I
Yeah.
had to grow on taking action on things when it's already in front of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that moment though? Like, what was that pivotal moment where you're like, you know what? Like I gotta change, like I gotta shift some things. Like I gotta, like I
Um
really, you know what I mean? Like what, because I know you share the story, so I can share a little of that, like your journey leading up to the book. Um,
um
and what was the pivotal moment when you were like, okay, I got it. I got it. You know what I mean?
yeah, honestly, the pivotal moment was 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had lost everything already. You know, I
Mm,
done lost it all. I realized it then when I was in the process of losing it.
yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't know I was going to experience the losses that I experienced to the
Yeah.
extent to put me in a dark place, to have me depressed, to have me feeling suicidal and not want to be here no more. Like
Yeah.
it had got me to that point. But in the beginning process of it, I lost one daycare already due to not doing a corrective action of violations and
Mm,
everything, and having someone do it and me not following up from them
mm,
doing it,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then the second time around for me to do it, it was more of like friend sabotage type of thing. And it was just it was just like a lot deeper when it came to it. It was more political when it came
Mm,
to it as well, because the building now I was in, they didn't want me in there no more. So they was
yeah.
trying to figure out ways to even for me to exit the building. And at that time, it's the pandemic. People are trying to get
Yeah.
PPP loans, and
Right. Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
trying to do so much get money, get rich quick type of thing. So it was like I just didn't fit in that moment, especially with my husband even passing during that time too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a lot on me to a point. My other daycare, because the two daycares was in the same building from me closing one, and I had to reopen within a week under a new name.
Wow.
So that's how me losing two daycares happened.
Okay.
But
Got
I
it. Got it.
also had one in my home, which I had it separate from my building daycare. And that's what a lot of people don't know. When we go into franchising a business and we're using the same name, you have to have a different EIN and a different S corp or LLC for that, just
Yep.
even for suing purposes if someone want to sue you or anything like that, so it
Yeah.
won't affect your other business. So I had those things separate. However, during the time of me going through grief and everything, transitioning, and I forgot to do my own corrective action in my home, my daycare
Yeah.
home. So
Mm.
during that moment, my kids fell off of my roster, but for a whole month I wasn't getting paid, and I still had my parents coming so I wouldn't lose the kids that were
Yeah.
enrolled. So they
Yeah.
were getting free childcare. They had no
Wow.
clue exactly what was going on. I just made sure they stayed there and they kept them coming regardless of
Yeah. Yeah.
anything. And then once I got things up and running, doing the paperwork and everything, that's when I told them, okay, you can contact your caseworker and put your kids back on and everything, and they did that, and that's when I just kept going after that. But it was a sacrificing moment to a point. I wasn't able to pay my bills. I had to pay for my husband's funeral at the time. um my car was in his name, and for some reason they wouldn't let me keep the car,
Yeah.
and they end up repossessing my car, and I had to try to scramble and figure out what other car. I had to hurry up and get another car, but
Yeah.
knowing I really didn't have the money at the time, so I was just like barely above water at that moment.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm still podcasting. I'm still talking to
Yeah.
people, smiling and moving on with
Wow.
life, but knowing life was life in that very moment for me, just going through a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, you were still going. You were was the podcast, was that kind of like an escape?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I when you said that, because I know that. It's yeah, yeah. It's
Yes.
almost therapeutic. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it was
especially
definitely.
everything that you said that just hit at one time. You know what I mean? With everything that you just said, is like, oh my gosh, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and so when you said that, how you were still podcasting, I can see how that was totally like an escape. And I'm saying this because I remember my dad died in 2024. And so I'm like, I just need to take a break. I need to deal with this grief. I just need to shut down. And so I think I didn't do a show for like 2 weeks, and I just felt like, no, I think I and so when I started back, it was like an escape for me. It was like, it really, that was like something key that helped me, you know, navigate through that those first few months.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was therapeutic for me because I already have a business podcast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
me talking to other business owners, them not even knowing, me speaking to them was healing
Yeah.
me. It was helping me because you hear their stories as well, the different things that they've been through and
Yeah.
going through and stuff like that. So it made me not feel alone at that moment. It was like each guest was like a therapy session for me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes.
And again, especially you were going through that and the type of, just quickly to share with the people what your podcast is about. I'm glad you mentioned that because I know that that's when you said it, I knew that that was really because of the type of podcast you have and the people that you interview.
Yes, just I interview a lot of business owner of them, sharing their business itself and
Mhm.
also showing us how to align faith up with our business. A lot of
Yeah.
business owners they have faith and they tell us their walk and their path of life itself of them give not wanting to give up and moving forward and still having faith and still being able to continue their journey regardless of anything. It's a blessing to even just speak to them on so many occasions because they have so much valid
Yeah.
information that they share that most people would literally pay for.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yes.
I know it because I tuned in. Like, I've gotten some free advice.
Yes. Yes. And
Very,
it's pretty
very
cool.
informative. Yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
I love that. I love that idea around your podcast. 'Cause it's needed, especially for business owners, because you
Oh,
have so many people that are starting businesses now. You know, you have more entrepreneurs now probably than ever, before.
yes, you do. It's and like now I'm on break right now.
Mhm.
So with me being on break, I'm only doing audio and it's just me doing solo episodes. So it's
Yeah,
like I started a series that I am currently doing to talk about my book and talk about my different experiences and everything. Give people a more inside track on what my book is about
yeah,
and the things that I went through in every moment of my book. And even in my book as well, you could even take notes in there too. So
yeah,
I left some areas in there where you could write and take notes and for yourself and continue to go back to it because there's so much information in it. It's not just my story. It's
yeah,
actually it's a playbook in there as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what was your process like you said, you went through, your moment was that everything you went through, right? Um, and so you turned things around. So the book is that your journey of basically failure when it comes to financial management and turning that around, right? But what was your process like to even start? Like when you started, what was your process? Did you just have this idea like, hey, I need to share this. I need to put this on
Yes.
paper. Like I know someone else can benefit from this.
Yes. I've always saw a need in it. It was something
Yeah.
that I always wanted to do, always wanted
Yeah.
to talk about. I have so many a lot of people don't know I am a nerd. Most people don't know. I literally I when I'm driving, I'm listening to podcasts. I'm
Mhm.
always reading a book. I'm always listening to audiobooks. I'm
Yeah.
always researching something. I could literally like figure out any business. I could learn anything quickly. All
Yeah.
I have to do is research it, look it up, and then I will come through with it like immediately.
Yeah.
So with me doing that, it made me think like a lot of people always wanted to know me a lot more. They always wanted to know
Mm.
how I end up having a successful young girls program. How did I
Yeah.
have a successful daycare center? How did I have a successful podcast? Like, so I had to share them on the inside of my journey
Mm-hmm.
first, and then I feel like on my future books I could do different more playbooks. It's like this book is half of my journey, like I shortened it up a lot from childhood all the way
Yeah.
until today, and I also have a playbook, the other half of it, on how to structure your business, how to save money, how to have I got 10 negotiables on there for
Mm.
entrepreneur success, and those things are like protecting your peace, never stop learning, separating your money, because
Mm.
a lot of people be mixing their business with their personal money,
Mm.
and learning how to say no without, you know what I'm saying, feeling guilty for
Yeah.
saying it.
Yeah.
And again, how I was mentioning to you, hire slow, fire fast,
Yeah.
and documentation. A lot of people do not document everything. They
Mm-hmm.
don't record things at all. It's so important for you to protect yourself and even have contracts when it comes to dealing with individuals, and how to pay yourself first and build relationships with people, and also running a system, because a lot of people don't realize your business and your personal is you running a system without having chaos with
Mm.
other people surrounding you. And
Yeah,
also
that's good.
mainly just staying aligned. Like it's really hard to stay aligned with many things that you're going through, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you how I got through it, and different strategies and things that you can do as far as like journaling and things like that
Mm.
for you to be able to get through with it.
Yeah, yeah. That's and it's needed, and like you said, some people, you like you see how they say you see the glory, but you don't know my story. So some
Yes.
people will share, like, hey, I made it. It's like, and I'm the type of person like I want to know how you made. Like I want to know your failures,
Oh yeah.
and how you overcame them. Like I want to know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You
to
gonna know
if
all of that in there.
yeah, yeah. So I'm just that type of person. Like if I'm looking at another entrepreneur that I admire, it's like I want to know, how did you get there, because you didn't just get there like that, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know how something that could help me, because I mean I believe like if whatever mistakes I make, I'm going to share to the next person so they don't make them,
Yes.
and so I'm big on that. Like I know, like, you're here now, but how did you get there? Like people want to know the how. So I love that you decided to share that.
Yes, I shared all of that.
Yeah, yeah,
It started off good, then it started off rough, then it got
yeah,
good, then it got rough, and then it got to business.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, that's how
And
exactly how
but
it
let me
is.
ask you this: what now? When did you get? How did you get to the point to say, "Hey, I'm just gonna be naked. Like I'm gonna bear it all." Like was it easy to get to that point and say, "Hey, I'm gonna take the shame away"? Because a lot of times people don't share because of the shame. And
Yeah,
so what got you to that point, like, to say, "Hey, I'm gonna take the shame away," and again, and I know knowing you, it's because it's like you can help because you're that
yeah,
type of person. So I know that. Um,
yeah.
so I know that's your answer.
No, no, actually, my mom used to always tell me ever since I was a kid. She used to be like, someone may try to tell your story, but you can always tell it better. So she
You can
said it's
always tell it
always
better.
good to put your own self out there before
Yep.
someone tried to tell you exactly what your story is. So
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons. And another reason is I also share in my book is my mom was only retired from work for a year,
Mm.
and she passed away with heart congestive failure.
Oh wow.
She did not get to enjoy her retirement at all. Her first
Wow.
year was just more okay. I'm chilling. I'm she working at my home daycare. She like, okay, I can get used to this. But
Yeah.
she had plans. I had plans for her. I
Yeah. Of course.
actually
Yeah.
had a savings for her to start traveling and doing things and enjoying life, and just seeing how you could work so hard for
Mm.
so many years.
Yeah.
And the fact that I even share my mom's income on in my book as well,
Mm.
and seeing how she worked so hard, not knowing she didn't make nothing, but she made it happen.
Wow.
It was so inspiring to me, for me to be able
Yep.
to not really care about absolutely nothing besides living my life on my terms the way I want to,
Yeah.
and not care what people think. And then I didn't get to share this part of my husband, which I'm gonna do in the future, but um he 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 did 21 years in prison, and he was home for only almost 3 years, and he
Wow.
passed. So it's
Wow.
like he really didn't get to flourish the way he wanted to. He was on his way. He was
Mhm.
definitely on his way. He was doing really well. It's just things as far as like mental, COVID, all of that was happening. It got to
Mhm.
him. He had so many deaths within his family that got to him as well. So it just
Yeah.
life was lifing for him. And you just don't know. You can know a person and be with them, but a lot of times we really don't know what actually be in their head,
What
because
demons they're fighting.
yeah, they you just don't know. So
Mhm.
just watching how quickly one day he's here and the next day he's gone,
Mhm.
it it just also showed me how life is really short,
Yeah.
and how you should start living life and not care what people think as well.
Yeah.
Because also at the end of the day, when you in a certain position in life, when you take losses like that, people care about you in the first 2 weeks. They like, oh, if you need anything, call
Yeah.
me, I'm here
Yeah.
for you, I'm there for you, so sorry for your loss. Everybody is so supportive.
Yeah.
But after, like, give about week or two,
Yep.
everything died down. Everybody go on with their life.
With their lives. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they swear up and down like you okay because you're trying to move forward, but they don't exactly know what you're really going through on
Yeah.
your times and your darkest moments alone, because people are selfish. All they
Yeah.
do is think about themselves, their feelings and everything. And people don't really think about it fully until you're gone, and that's when they're feeling bad. No, don't feel bad now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
over now. The
Yeah.
damage is done.
Yeah.
It's done. So it's like I just want to leave a mark for me. I want to live life for
Yeah.
me. I want to make sure I'm cool, I'm happy, I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I'm doing things on my time,
Yeah.
because we don't have a lot of time. Sadly, we don't. That's just how life is. And once you start to realize that and step into reality
Yep.
of what's real with
Yep.
life, that's when you know, okay, I'm about to start executing, and I'm going to start doing this to make sure I leave a legacy for me. I don't even
Yeah.
care if anybody like it or not. I'm going to just do it for me.
Yeah. 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 And
Yeah.
that's it's so important living for yourself.
It is. It's
Eh,
important because we put
yeah.
so many people before us. We always worry
Yeah.
about somebody's needs and wants and everything. If you narrow down your life, besides you being a mother,
Mm.
what I mean, what else do you have?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
other stress do you
Just
have? You're gonna
yeah.
be a mom. A mom always momming.
Yeah.
You always gonna worry about your kids.
Right.
But one thing what my mom always said, when like if we were to ever like, have attitudes or stuff, just being a kid, she'd be like, one thing y'all not gonna do is kill me.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you could do what you do, but you not gonna kill me. I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that's the self-love she had for herself.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
she sat in it knowing, if my child do this, that's on them. I'm
That's on
not about
them.
to make that my responsibility. I had to
Yeah.
live with the fact that they didn't listen, and that's on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how you have to, like, view life itself just for
Yeah.
you too. If people don't like, that's on them.
Yeah.
No, that's personal for them.
Yeah.
It don't have to be personal for you.
Yeah. And that's the key. Like you gotta like, and people say it all the time, like, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't be anything to anybody else. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you gotta take care of yourself. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't be anything to anybody else, but they still feel like you could be anything for
Everything.
them.
Everything. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
for them. They don't
Yeah.
even care what you got going on. They
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
So just having boundaries. I had no
Those
boundaries.
boundaries, honey.
Yes, I had none. And my boundaries were so disrespectful.
Me either.
Yes, they were so disrespectful. I got disrespected on so
Yeah.
many occasions
Yeah.
when I shouldn't have even let it go that far.
Yeah.
But today, girl, please, you can't
Yeah.
pay me.
Mhm.
You can't do
And
nothing. I will not sell my soul for my boundaries, okay? You not doing it. No.
and that's important, like, even with, like, you we talking about wealth, financial management, those boundaries.
Yes.
Like setting those boundaries, on your giving, on your, you know what I mean? Like you
Yes.
and the thing is this, that I found, like, we have these learned mindsets, or these learned, spending behaviors that we need to unlearn. Like, no, this is you, just because you've been doing this, you know, most of your life, it's like you were doing it wrong the whole time.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of things that I had to, that the light bulb went on my head. Like, no, you were doing it wrong the whole time. Like, that's not
Yep.
okay. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not. It's
yeah,
not okay at all. It's just I I had boundaries so bad, like it left me broke at the end of the day.
yeah,
And I didn't
yeah.
have nobody to call on the way they could
There
call
you
on
go.
me. They
Yep.
didn't I couldn't call them and be like, "Hey, could you help me with
Yeah,
this bill, or could you help me get my hair done? Could you
yeah,
help me get this prom dress?" Like I
yeah,
couldn't call nobody for
yeah,
no help. They
yeah,
oh man, I ain't got it. Man, it's every excuse in the book,
yeah,
but you would do it so fast here.
yeah,
Or you want something, what you need
yeah,
here,
yep, yeah,
and they don't even attempt to pay you back.
yeah, yeah,
They don't care.
yeah, yeah. And then, like you said, you go, you have businesses and stuff. Your business go under. It's like, okay, y'all can help me bring this from under what, you know what I mean? It's like, who's gonna, and again, that's where those boundaries, and I know that was one thing you had to change in order to even rebuild your business and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I had to. It
yeah,
was just it was just rough. It was really rough. It was heartbreaking,
yeah,
but I don't regret none of it.
yeah.
I really don't. I am glad that God let me kick my
Mm,
own butt.
yeah, yeah,
I am glad, because I notice now it always aligned back to someone coming to me with advice of something that I've been through already. And so
mm,
it makes me face reality, like, okay, that's why I went through that,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
always say, like, the people that do so much good in life always go through it the
yeah,
worst.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's to a point you used to nothing coming easy for you, and all it does is
Mm,
make you even stronger.
yeah. And then when something does come easy, you're like, wait,
What's going on?
this is like too good.
He's
And
like,
I had to like get out of that too. Like,
yeah, like
wait a
what's
minute,
the trick?
no, why is this happening? Are you sure? Like that's my number one line. Are you sure?
Yeah. But so crazy. I used to feel that way, but what I've learned is how valuable and important it is when you are utilizing your tongue, and
Mm,
when you are in process of wanting something and requesting something from God, you keep it to yourself. You keep it
yeah,
silent,
yeah.
because some people will pray against what your vision is and what you
Mm,
want to do. So, just like you said, I didn't know you was writing a book. And sometimes you gotta You got to be in that
Yeah.
silent mode and
I
just
love how you
embrace
did that.
it. And then you just come out with something and you just, they be like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I did not know what
I'm telling you, I
happened.
was like, I was scrolling and I'm like, wait, what? Back up.
Yes. And you have to, silence is always needed. And you have to realize that some people take your silence personal, but
Yep.
you got to make it personal for yourself because
Yep.
you have a strategy.
Yeah.
You have to have strategy of everything that you're going to be executing in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did not have strategy for so many years.
Yeah.
Now I love a strategy. I have
Hmm.
to really pivot to many different things on how I'm going to do this because
Yeah.
something has to mean the next move.
I like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because so and like so often we jump to do something without a strategy, right?
Yeah,
And then when it fails, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Well, if you had a strategy, you would know what's next, right? What you need
yes.
to do next. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you
So that's
do.
important.
And that's when I had to create a form of strategy when I come to my finances cuz when I did have all this money coming in, I
Mm-hmm.
was just handing it out like, "Hey, here you go.
Yeah.
Some for you, some for you." But now I have a strategy. I have a
Yeah.
strategy of putting so much in a Roth IRA. I have a strategy of putting it in other investments, crypto, dividends, ETFs,
Yeah.
like things like that. When you
Yeah.
have a strategy for something, and then every year after you seeing it, once you done hit your mark, your $7,500 mark every year, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you see the fruits and labor. You see the
Yeah.
things that you're doing. If you want to invest in apartments or houses and duplexes, you have to have a strategy for that.
Yep.
But it really comes with educating yourself. A lot of people want things
That's it.
handed to them.
Yep.
That a lot of people just want you to just give them the answers, give them the gems. And then you also have people um overpricing with their unique things that they can teach you.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are overpricing you and you are coming out not learning nothing.
Yeah.
So you also have to have research making sure whoever is
Mm.
mentoring you is actually going to have an end result of
There you
you
go.
being successful in what
Mm.
you're trying to learn.
That's
So
important.
a lot of people don't do that. They go off popularity. They go
There
off
you
who
go.
was seen the most and known
Yep.
the most.
Yep.
But you have to make sure they have testimonials enough and strategized enough in their own personal business for you to trust them with your journey
Yep.
and for
Yeah.
your money to be well spent.
Yeah.
So that's another important thing
I'm
for
glad you said that. That
us
is
as
so important.
business owners. Yes, it's very important because a lot of times we gotta stop letting people scam us.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't let that keep happening. And that's what another thing that changed me for to be a voice, for me to even
Mm.
communicate with people and let people know different things of truth, of good person finally.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
be that good person that people
Yeah.
could come to, talk to, want to be uplifted, anything.
Yeah.
And they could come to my podcast and listen to it and be like, okay, she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because I vet a lot of my all of my guests,
Yeah. Yeah.
so a lot of my guests are legitimate guests. They're
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love how you brought that up about being careful um when you're like hiring people to do certain things, making sure that they are producing, right? And then even start demanding it. Like, don't like,
Yeah.
hey, because a lot there's so many people selling stuff like, oh, if you pay this much, I can teach you this. If you pay 500 here, 500, right? So many consultants. Everybody's a consultant now, or coach, whatever. Um, and start demanding like, hey, I paid for this, okay, where's this, you know what I mean? The demand, but like you said, you do your research and see, are the results proven, where, where have
Mhm.
they shown, you know what I mean, the results. But
Yeah.
also when you're hiring them, demanding those results, like, hey, I'm paying for a service, I'm paying for you to teach me this.
Mhm.
Okay, I need to find value in this.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
everybody can talk a good game. They
yeah,
can talk
yeah,
till they
yeah.
turn blue in the face.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but people just wanna know, like, who are they clicked up with, who they're hanging with and stuff like
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
That don't matter. What
Yeah,
work have they produced?
yeah.
What have they what
Ooh,
have
that's
they
so important.
shown for you to actually do something? Who cares if they have this chain on or driving a Rolls Royce or showing
Right,
all this like materialistic stuff?
right.
What could you do for me? Like,
Exactly.
what really could you do for me? You
Yeah.
showing all of this, but you not really
Yeah,
showing
what
me the
value are you
result.
adding? Yeah, to
Yeah.
me. Yeah,
How
yeah,
could you really help me? I want
yeah,
somebody to really help me because
yeah.
if I'm coming into somebody's life and somebody want me to mentor them, I'm going
Mhm.
to really help them. I'm
Yeah,
gonna help them as much as I can, but you got to understand too, you got to do the work.
yeah.
You got to want it cuz you can have 10 people in a room and only help one.
And only help one. Yeah,
Only help one because that one really wanted it bad enough.
yeah,
Some people will take your whole class and not do nothing with it and just gave up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
it also depends on a person too. So it just we gotta want things more for ourselves.
yeah,
Times is changing. We have to make sure that we are like literally longevity. You know, things are
yeah.
expensive, our currency is changing. We have to
Yeah, for sure.
understand that with money changing, we got to change our money. We got to change how we're going to strategize and survive into the things that are coming. We have to educate ourselves into the different things that are coming. We can't stay back in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, yeah,
Like we going in a whole new dimension now and
yeah,
we have to learn that for us to be able to execute and survive and stop putting ourselves in debt.
yeah,
We have to pay off your house, pay off your car. Why do you
yeah,
have to have a new car?
yeah,
Why
yeah,
do you need a brand new car off the lot? Like,
yeah.
why you can't just get a used car or go to the freaking auction to get a car? You don't
Yep.
even need all of that. Who are you trying to impress?
Yeah, yeah,
Because after you drive it so long, then what?
yeah. And the value is it's gone as soon as you
Yeah, as soon as you pull off, okay, let's take about 30,000 off of that. So you just better off getting a used car or something that you could pay off a lot. And then what I also changed is if I can't buy it twice, I won't buy it.
Ah,
I
say
just
that again. I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if I can't buy it twice, I won't buy it. I wanted a
yeah.
new house so bad, but my house is paid for. Why do that? Why start all
Mm.
over?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
build on to what you have
Mm.
and that go from there, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
just pull
yeah.
the equity out and just flip houses and
Mhm.
get apartments, duplexes,
Yeah,
twinplexes, do that and make your money on top of money and not be fully in debt. At
yeah.
some extent, you will be in debt, but it's a difference between good debt and bad debt.
Yep,
So you
yep.
just got to make sure you in the good debt
Yeah,
bracket at
yeah.
times, because even if you have staff, you're gonna be in some form of debt too.
Right,
Because
exactly. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's a lot. I had like between 35 to 40 staff at a point in time, and
Wow.
it was rough, and them
Yeah.
payroll taxes is so disrespectful.
Mhm. Mhm.
They are. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's like you paying more for the taxes than you paying your
Then you are the
staff.
employee.
Girl, listen, they is a fool for that. Listen, so disrespectful. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that and again, I ordered my I get it tomorrow. I think it was shipped already, so I get my book tomorrow.
Okay.
But I think that is when I saw that, I'm like, "Ooh, this is needed." And like, I'm like, I know her. I know she put it, she like poured it out in there. So I'm like, and that's what people need. Like, don't sell me this pipe dream, like, oh, I was
Yes.
here and now I was there and now I'm here. It's like, no, how did you?
That's crazy. And you know
Yeah,
what's so crazy? A lot of people had your same thoughts. And I was like, I knew y'all loved me, but y'all ain't know y'all loved me this much because
yeah,
like less than 24 hours, I was bestseller
yeah.
already
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
3 different categories. So now at least probably in a few more days, I'll probably most likely be number 1. And I'm
yeah,
like, dang, I'm bestseller already. And my publisher, she like, girl, this has never happened. She's like, this been going on for 10 years. I've been
yeah,
doing this. And she was like, I've never had a client that executed the way you did in less than 22 hours. I'm like,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And you know what it, and I think too, like you said, you moved in silence.
Yeah.
That's important. So people didn't expect, nobody saw it coming. And it's like that with consumers, period, right? You don't see it coming. Just like a shoe drop, right? Jordan, a shoe drop. It's like, oh shoot, it's here. Oh, I gotta get
Yep.
that. I gotta see what this is about, right? But again, like I said, because I watch your podcast and I know, I know some of your story. It's like, oh, this is she did it with this. Like I know this,
You
like
yes.
I know she put a blueprint in here. You know what I mean? I know like just even with you helping me, right, get started up with the podcast and everything, just you kind of gave me a blueprint, right? So it's like I know the book is a blueprint.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
You have to send me a video and tell me like what you feel, how
Oh,
you
I
feel
am.
about
Yeah,
after you read it.
for
Send me a
sure, for
video
sure.
so I can
I can't
use
wait
it.
to get it because that's gonna be my read. I'm starting this weekend. That's gonna be my read.
Yes, it's probably
Yeah,
be good. You probably finish it quick.
yeah. Because I just ordered. It was one of Iyanla, her new book, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start reading that this weekend. So, but when I saw yours the other day, I'm like, oh no, I gotta read my girl's book. I gotta get through this book because I can't
Yes,
wait.
yes,
Yeah. But
definitely.
I just want to say I am so proud of you and
Thank
I am
you.
so happy for you. I'm happy that those sales went because I'm gonna be promoting that. I think I sent you a message to send me the actual flyer so I can promote it on my page as
Okay, I
well.
will.
Because that book is needed. It's needed for us as a
Yes,
people. It is needed.
yes.
And again, for someone like you to be, fully transparent about your journey, in financial management and everything. So I think again, like I said, it is so needed. Especially, I love that you launched it at the start of the year because that's when
Oh
people are kind of
yeah.
like, you know what, okay. Like I told you, it was like I started like, okay, I need to eliminate some of my expenses. Even though in your mind, like, hey, this is I can afford this, it doesn't matter. It's not an I don't need it. Like that money can be going more, I can put more money into my stock. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
so I had to like, and again, it's the whole mindset. I had to change the mindset around that. It's like, no, that's not just $20. That's $20 that can be sown here.
Yes, definitely. Yep. You gonna learn a lot. You just got to let
Yeah,
me know what you learned.
for sure. I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna do a video on that one.
Okay. Thank you.
So what is before we go, what is one thing you want the readers to take? I'm sure it's a lot to take away from your book. First of all,
Um,
give us the title again and let people know
um,
where they can get the book.
it's the Millionaire Mindset Shift. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and also on lifeheardpodcast.com. Um, what I want you to take away from it is the journey, the experience. I don't want anyone to feel alone in
Mm,
whatever process they are at in their lives when it comes to owning a business. I want them to be able to pivot after reading this book and let them be able to strategize a lot differently. Let them be able to see things before it actually happened.
Mm,
Depending on what year they in of running a business, it could either help you not make the same mistakes, or you gonna bump your head if you don't learn.
yeah, yeah,
But the fact that you can always go back to the book, you could take notes in the book and everything. I just really want people to know that they aren't alone, and a lot of things is happening purposely for you to learn from your mistakes and it to be a testimony for you to help someone else in the future.
yeah, yeah. Well, I thank you for being that person that is a testimony for others, and to just have a just a generous heart to even want to see others win, to want
Yeah.
to see others not make the same the mistakes that you made. A lot of times people we keep it to ourselves, but it's not. God
Yeah.
didn't intend for us to keep it to ourselves. He
Yeah.
intended for us to share.
You know what's so crazy? You saying me help. I've always seen people be jealous and envious of other people, or someone is being like that towards me. I
Mhm.
was I was telling people that I'm raised off love. I always
Yeah.
want to put love out there regardless on how someone is treating me.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I help people because can't no one take my gift away from me.
Mm.
I
Ooh,
am who I am because this is how
that's right.
God created me to be.
Yeah.
And I can't give no person power over me enough to take away who I am. So regardless of any type of hardship or anything I'm going through in my life, I'm still going to be me, and no one can't duplicate that. So I've always been freely to help someone with anything possible, whatever they're trying to do. I could give them advice freely
Yeah.
and not feel bad about it because
Yep.
nobody can't be me but
Yeah.
me, and I
Yeah.
can't be them either.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. You ended this on a good note. That was excellent advice.
Thank you.
Well, thank you again for being my first episode of season 3 of the Women Can Do
Yay!
show. Thank you for coming back on the show,
Thank
but I had to
you.
have you. I'm like, "Oh no, you gotta come on. We gotta talk about this book."
Yes, I'm
Um,
excited. Thank you.
I am excited for you, and I'm excited. Like I said, I think it arrives tomorrow. I got an email today that it was shipped. So, hopefully I get it tomorrow, and I'm gonna dig in, and I am gonna circle back and let the people know about that book. Again, send me the flyer, so I can start promoting it as well. Because, like I
Okay.
said, it is a tool that is much needed.
Thank
And so I,
you.
I thank you for allowing God to use you
Yes,
as
he
his
did.
vessel. Yeah,
He definitely
yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
Thank
And thank
you.
you to all of our viewers for tuning in to our first episode of 2026. We have another brand new episode coming up next Wednesday, same time, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as usual, be sure to finish the week strong. We got 2 more days in the week. Be sure Friday that your status is that you finished strong. All right. Thank you all. Have a blessed night and see you next week.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.